I put Larry Bird in the modern era to see how many championships he would win. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it's July 7th, 2011, and this is what the NBA draft class looks like, the 2011 draft class looks like. We got Isaiah Thomas, Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker, Klay Thompson, Jimmy Butler, a stacked draft class. But wait, I missed somebody. Yes, today we are adding Larry Bird into the modern day NBA to see, how his career would end up. So here he is, Larry Bird. He's in this draft. I have no idea where he'll get drafted to. I'm assuming he's going to be top 3. Probably, he deserves to be number 1. I always wonder why they have Isaiah Thomas listed so high in this draft. Didn't he go, pretty far down in this draft? I believe it was, the 30th pick. But anyway, lucky for you guys, the draft lottery, picks 1 through 11 are completely accurate to what they were in real life. The Cavs have the first pick, the Timberwolves have the second pick, and so on and so forth, all the way to the 11th pick that the Warriors have, and they had it in 2011 as well. Now, obviously, it's not going to be 100% accurate the rest of the draft because that's unnecessary. All right, let's get into this NBA draft, guys. Before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe. I am posting 31 videos, yes, every single day in December. So far, we are on day 4, or this is going to be actually day 5. I'm recording this on day 4. So, yeah, make sure to subscribe for daily content. Let's get right into this, boys. Cavs are on the clock as Kawhi gets drafted number 1 before Larry Bird. Kind of surprising. The Timberwolves are now on the clock, and they picked Isaiah Thomas over Larry Bird. Okay, that is literally insane. The Jazz now are on the clock, and they pick Larry Bird. We are 1 pick away from having Larry Bird and Kawhi be teammates together in Cleveland. Instead, Klay Thompson gets picked, which that's going to be a great duo. But how has Kyrie not been drafted yet? Is Kawhi? I'm just curious to see where Kyrie goes. Okay, to Washington. I thought for some reason he was going to go to Sacramento, putting him and DeMarcus Cousins together. Not sure why Washington would pick him, considering they already have John Wall, but hey, I respect it. So Larry Bird is now on the Jazz. Is that Gordon Hayward? I believe Gordon Hayward was picked in 2010, so he should be here with Gordon Hayward, which would be funny. It's Darren Williams, actually, who's not bad. And they have Gordon Hayward, and they have Paul Millsaps. You know what? He's on a pretty solid team starting off in his career. That's not bad. It's actually a good start for him. All right, so Darren Williams is here. As we know, Larry Bird is here. Why is he playing power forward, though? He should definitely be playing small forward. Are they doing that just so that they can fit Gordon Hayward and him both in the same lineup? We're going to have to move Gordon Hayward to the 6th man. That's the only way we can make this work. I don't want to play Larry Bird at power forward. I feel like it's just going to hurt his chances of being the best possible. All right, so let's get right into this video. No waiting around. 2011-2012, season number 1. Let's do it. And we're losing a lot of games to start the season. Okay, now we start winning. It might be our team chemistry is down. That's why. But, geez, we are a bottom-tier team to start Larry Bird's career. Not quite the start that Larry Bird had in real life. Let's be real here. All right, so like I said, first season goes off. Not ideal as Derrick Rose takes home the MVP. Larry Bird does win the Rookie of the Year, though. 18.7 rebounds and 5 assists. Also 2 steals. Very solid rookie season, as you would expect. Does not make an All-NBA team, but I guess that makes sense considering the league is really stacked right now. Obviously does make an All-Rookie first team. And in a stacked draft class, winning the Rookie of the Year is honestly quite the accomplishments. But unfortunately, the Utah Jazz finished literally bottom-tier team, 14th seed, 22-60 record. Surprised the Grizzlies did that bad, by the way, too, because the Grizzlies aren't even like a bad team unless there's injuries that I'm not, taking account for. Yeah, this team, I feel like, should not be a bottom-tier team. And honestly, now that I think about it, neither should our team. We have a pretty good team. I guess Darren Williams dropped a lot for some reason, from an 87 all the way to an 82. Crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out the draft lottery. The Miami Heat win a championship in 2012 against the Thunder. Very, very accurate to real life. Let's go into the draft lottery, and hopefully we can land something in 2012. The best pick here would obviously be Anthony Davis. And how do we not have a lottery pick here? Somebody must have our pick for next year because we lost a lottery pick. And, that's really unfortunate. I don't even think we have a pick in the first round. Yeah, we don't. So that's super unfortunate. All right, let's see if anything happened here in the offseason for the Utah Jazz. Larry Bird is an 89, and I guess this happened. I will literally sim through and I'll make it really fast. You know what I'm saying? I'll 2x, 3x, 4x the speed of the footage so you see that I'm not messing around with the simulation at all. They signed Chris Paul to the Jazz, so him and Larry Bird are going to be teammates. Darren Williams isn't going to be too happy about that, but I feel like Darren Williams in his six-man role is pretty solid. This team is great on paper. I don't see why we couldn't, you know what I'm saying, make it far into the NBA. But yeah, like I said, no reason for me to cheat this or anything. I was fully prepared to lose like 5 seasons in a row with Larry Bird. He re-signed 4 years, $75 million, and I'll just speed up the simulation so that you guys can see that. Okay, so 89 overall, Larry Bird. Now he has Chris Paul on his team. Let's go ahead and see how he does. Okay, so they're definitely not as dominant as I thought they would be. I think they might sneak into the playoffs at the 8th seed, although it's possible they might miss it. They do finish as the 7th seed to end the season. Derrick Rose takes home another MVP, man. It's his league, and we're all just living in it. But did he make an All-NBA team? Bird, there he is, All-NBA third team, 19.5 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. All around, super solid stats. We'll see if he can get a little better as we continue onwards. We got the San Antonio Spurs in round 1. This is their first playoff series. Surprised Chris Paul didn't boost them more. Spurs are up 3-1. Okay, it's 2-1. Can we tie up the series maybe? Okay, we tied the series. You know what? You never know. We could make an upset here in 2013. 7-point game. If the Spurs can score one more time, this would be a hop-in. But as of now, it's just a 7-point game. It's a 5-point game with a minute left. I mean, I don't think this is really worthy of a hop-in, I wouldn't say. So, yeah, the Jazz are going to somehow win without having to score any points. 28 points from C.J. Miles. Okay. Larry Bird is averaging a nice little 21 in the playoffs. And all of a sudden, the Utah Jazz are up 3-2. We could see them upset this San Antonio Spurs team that in real life went all the way to the finals. Now, granted, they don't have Kawhi anymore. That's a big difference. But here we go. It's a 5-point game. It's a huge game 5. Now it's a 7-point game. Don't tell me it's going to be another 7-point game that we can't hop into. Okay. There you go. 11-point game. My rule is always 2 possessions under 2 minutes. And if it's not that, then I just never hop in. So there you go. Spurs 20-12-6 from Larry Bird. And we got our first game 7 in just our second season. And the Jazz look pretty good. It's definitely close, but I don't know. Ooh, this is close. Yeah. Oh, tie game. Now it's a 3-point game. I believe we're about to get a hop in here. It's a 5-point game. Now it's a 3-point game. There it is. Under 2 possessions or 2 possessions and a minute under 2 minutes. The perfect. I see Larry Bird on the bench there. And I see Chris Paul on the bench there. So what's going on? I would assume they're going to check in after these free throws. But there's no reason why they shouldn't be in the first place. Tim Duncan knocks down a free throw. Second free throw is up, and it's good. Okay, so they did check in. I don't see Chris Paul in the game, though. It's Darren Williams and Larry Bird. CP3 is standing up on the bench. I literally see him standing up there. Not sure why he's not checking in, though. CJ Miles had a big 28 points to take a 3-2 lead. Larry Bird now open on the perimeter. Screen is set. Bird trying to drive in on Matt Bonner. This shouldn't be hard. Tough shot is missed. I don't know why Matt Bonner is clamping you up, Bird. I'm not going to lie. Tony Parker has it. See, I would much prefer having Chris Paul guard Tony Parker right now, if we're being honest, but because that's a wide open Matt Bonner 3, and he knocks it down. Wow. First, the big defensive stop on Larry Bird, and then knocks down a possible 3 that might be the dagger. Darren Williams has it. Larry Bird coming off a screen. Is that an offensive foul? I think it might be. Wow. Yeah, it's not looking too good. Yeah, that's an offensive foul. So a minute left. We lost another possession, and the Spurs are going to end up taking us down in 7. But Larry, 11, 12, 4 for 11. That's kind of a rough, definitely a rough game 7, first game 7. But I will say, even if he did not shoot the ball well, he did everything else pretty well. 12 rebounds and 9 assists to go with his 11 points. But if you want to become a multiple-time champion and all-time great in this era, we got to have better game 7s than that, Larry Bird. So let's continue onwards. We're going to be going into season 3. Listen, I didn't even think this team was going to make the playoffs, so I'm happy they at least made the playoffs. And the Thunder get their revenge on the Miami Heat in 2011. All right, so the Larry Bird moves up to a 94 overall. Chris Paul is now a 92. Gordon is an 89. Darren Williams is an 87. And Millsap is an 84. This starting lineup on paper looks, well, starting lineup and six-man looks amazing on paper. Can't see why they wouldn't be able to make it at least to a top 3 seed in the Western Conference, although we really don't have a center. We don't have a center. That might be the biggest issue with this team. Too many guards. They, if they were going to sign Chris Paul, they should have honestly signed or traded Darren Williams for like a center or something. But right now, they are the 5th seed in the West. 4th seed, 5th seed. You know, they're hovering around the mid-tier teams in the Western Conference. So we'll take that, and let's continue. Actually, another thing I also wanted to go over, unfortunately, because Larry Bird entered the league at 22 years old, we are only in our 3rd season with him, and he's already 25 years old. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for us to get over. It just is what it is. The players from older generations played longer in college, meaning they were entering the league at a much later age. So it's something that we're just going to have to get over. Okay, we started off the season really well, kind of ended the season kind of mid, and now actually our final couple games are pretty solid. We obviously can't beat that Thunder team, but we're going to finish like with a 51-31 record, which you would think should be good enough to be like 5th seed, even higher. I feel like 3rd seed maybe. But because the Western Conference is so stacked in this 2010s era, it is so hard to do anything. But let's see, where's Larry Bird? Okay, All-NBA second team, Larry Bird, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 7.5 assists. Not bad at all. They're the 6th seed. I feel like we could get past this Mavericks team. I don't see why not. Dirk is washed, and I feel like we have a much better team all around. We're up 1-0, we're up 2-0, we're up 3-0, and we sweep them. See, that is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about when I'm telling you that the Western Conference is so stacked. And also, now that I think about it, because of the rule where division winners get to actually move up a place regardless of their record, we literally should be a 4th seed, or I guess a 5th seed. So yeah, we're about the same, even with the division rule. I just realized. Anyway, Clippers lost in the second round, or in the first round, and so we got to play DeMarcus Cousins and Tyreek Evans. They're the 7th seed. We're the 6th seed. We're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. We're up 3-0, man. We're looking like a way better team than the 6th seed. Now we can only pray that the Thunder lose, but they're not going to lose, let's be honest here. So the Thunder are obviously stacked. Westbrook, Harden, and KD. It's almost impossible to stop, and you just have to accept it. They're up 1-0. They're up 2-0. Can we maybe just win a game? Can we win a game, man? So we swept through our first 2 rounds looking unstoppable. The media was probably like, this team, they could beat OKC, and then we get destroyed, man. How did Larry Bird, I guess, play in the series? He had a triple-double in this game 4, and he had only averaged 20 points a game in the playoffs. I'm sure he'll get much better, though, as we progress. And, yeah, they just shut him down those first 2 games, and then I guess he lost confidence. I mean, he was able to put a 24 and 23 in the next 2, but 10 points and then 19 points, they shut him down. Although, I will say, actually, now that I think about it, these games were pretty close. No, I mean, this game was close. And then these 2 games were close. So, yeah, 3 out of 4 games were pretty close. We're right there. You know, we probably just need a center at this point. But Kevin Durant wins the Finals MVP, and that team is just way too stacked. I almost wish Larry Bird was drafted in the Eastern Conference, because to have to play that team every single year is just so annoying. All right, so we're already in the 2014-15 season now. We were able to make it into the conference finals, which is definitely an accomplishment for Larry Bird. I think we're in, his 4th season? We're going to go into his 4th season, yeah. Quite the accomplishment. He's a 96 overall. CP3 is a 91. This team on paper, I've said this a million times, looks fantastic. And obviously, we are good enough to make it to the conference finals. Now we just need to get over that hump and somehow beat that Thunder team. The question is, are they still together? Unfortunately, they are, but they have dropped a little bit in overall, so that might be a good sign. Anyway, let's continue onwards to 2014-15. Let's actually land a top 3 seed in the Western Conference. You know what? The only problem is, though, is that the OKC Thunder are literally in our division. So it's impossible to get the number 1 seed if we're in their division, if they keep winning games. Because we keep finishing with the second best record in the West. Or last year we didn't, but this year we are the second. Right now we're the second best record in the West. And well, probably not anymore, actually. We've dropped to the 8th seed somehow. All right, another season that ends kind of in a midway. Blake Griffin wins the MVP. There's Larry Bird, All-NBA first team, putting up 22, 9, and 8. I'll be honest with you, his stats have been a little bit on the lower side than what I expected. I expected him to be averaging 30 by now, especially at 26 years old, but there's still a lot of time to get those numbers up. Somehow Kobe Bryant is still an All-NBA first team member in, is this 2015-16? Yeah, that's a little bit insane. But Utah Jazz are the 7 seed once again. Who is on this Timberwolves team that's solid? Isaiah Thomas, Bradley Beal, Harrison Barnes. Okay, they're not bad, but they're up 2-0. They're up 3-0, and we get swept. I don't know what's the problem with this Utah Jazz team. I just can't quite put my finger on it. They seem solid to me. They have a great star player. They have a great second star point guard. And then Darren Williams is an unbelievable six-man. Gordon Hayward is literally coming off the bench for this team. And then Paul Millsap is a solid power forward. So I don't understand what's wrong with this team. Maybe it's because we just don't have a center. But now we have Mike Muscala, so he's not even a bad center. I just don't know what's up with this team. I really don't. Anyway, this year it's the Cavaliers who actually take a championship over the Thunder. All right, so that was Larry Bird's last season in Utah. I'd be curious to see if he ends up staying here, if his loyalty resides on the Jazz, or will we be seeing him take his talents elsewhere? That is the real question now. All right, so we decided to stay in Utah, and they actually don't look bad now. Do we have a better center? We do. Willie Cauley-Stein's much better. Darren Williams still coming off the bench. Gordon Hayward is still on the team. Honestly, the team looks solid. No reason why we shouldn't be a top seed in the Western Conference. I really don't understand why we wouldn't be. I just can't quite put my finger on it on why this team is not above 500. I feel like it's literally stacked. The chemistry isn't even an issue. Gordon Hayward might be an issue because he only averages 12 points on 89 as an 89 overall. Darren Williams is playing unbelievable from the bench. Chris Paul is playing good, doing what he needs to do, and Larry Bird is having the best season of his career. So what is wrong with this Utah Jazz team? I really don't know. Can any My NBA connoisseurs help me with this? Because it makes no sense. All right, so we're going to be missing the playoffs somehow. Somehow with this team, we missed the playoffs. I just don't understand. Larry Bird does make an All-NBA second team, 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists, and his accolades are not terrible, but for some reason his team just can't win. And maybe in this era, it's so hard for me to say this. Maybe Larry Bird just isn't a winner. I don't know what to say, man. It makes no sense. Makes no sense. All right, so we're officially entering a new era. The 2010s era didn't go so well. I mean, I guess we're still technically in the 2010s, but you know what I'm saying? It's the Steph Curry era. The LeBron era didn't go so well. We were able to make the conference finals once, and then the rest was just kind of BS and just not really showing much. And it looks like we lost Chris Paul, which might hurt us a lot more. And Paul Millsap already dropped to a 77 overall. He was just an 85 overall. We lost a lot of our guys, I'll be honest with you. We lost a lot of our guys, and Larry Bird dropped to a 95 overall. Not sure where that happened, where that came from. We are the 14th seed right now in the Western Conference. Things have never looked so dark. I've never seen a career sim go like this. Larry Bird is having a phenomenal individual season, putting up 28, 13, and 6. I don't know how he's averaging so many goddamn rebounds, but damn, man, this is rough. I mean, at least hopefully we'll have a pick in the 2017 draft because the 2017 draft is actually solid. Larry Bird does make an All-NBA first team. 28 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists. Again, I have no idea how he's averaging so many goddamn rebounds. But, yeah, we missed the playoffs again for a second straight season. It's been kind of a rough simulation, I'll be honest with you guys. But let's see if we have a draft lottery here. Any picks for us here? Please. Okay, top 3 pick. Can we at least just stay in the top 3? I'm not asking for the number 1. Just let me stay in the top 3. And we do end up staying in the top 3. Now, this draft is super solid. Hopefully, somebody bites on Kuzma. And then hopefully, Jason Tatum, just like in real life, will drop to number 3. Some other picks like Lonzo wouldn't be bad, but I'd prefer not. I'd much prefer Jason Tatum. I think that's obvious here. But let's hope for the best in the 2017 draft. Kyle Kuzma, haha. They bid on Kuzma. Now don't bite on Tatum. Damn it. They bit on Tatum. Now Donovan Mitchell would be super solid. I might have to go with him. This draft is super good. De'Aaron Fox is here as well. Isaiah Hartenstein, obviously, is not on their level, but a great player in this draft. But, yeah, we're going to go with Donovan Mitchell, probably the best player here. available. And just like in real life, I just realized that, wow, he's getting drafted to the Jazz. So it's time to change this team's legacy right here, man. Right here, right now. The Jazz, it's time. All right, so we got Donovan Mitchell in the flesh. If we move him to shooting guard, will it make him better? It keeps him pretty much the same overall, so we'll just keep him at the point guard, shooting guard. Okay, so Hayward and Larry Bird are out here. Larry Bird is now playing the power forward. I'm assuming that's why he got so many rebounds. He's already 28 years old, guys. Time is winding down. He has a one-year deal with the Jazz. Honestly, don't think there's much here for him anymore. It might just be time to step away from this team, because if he misses the playoffs for a third straight season, we're at that point, we're just wasting away his prime in Utah, and it makes no sense. He's averaging 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. Like, Gordon Hayward is just so mid, I'm not going to lie. Is Donovan Mitchell at least playing good? 11 points a game. Is he starting for us? Yeah, he should be starting. Okay. You know what? We might end up being a playoff team this year. It's possible. All right, so we are a top 5 seed in the Western Conference. Hopefully that actually means something here. Larry Bird is putting up 31, 11, and 7. These are MVP type of numbers. Gordon Hayward has dropped 4 overalls for like a third time, and Donovan Mitchell is averaging 11 points a game. Not bad. 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists as Larry Bird wins the MVP in 2018. He was putting up MVP numbers, and he deserves it. Their team is the 6th seed, up 1-0 against the Pelicans. It's 1-1 here, down 2-1. Down 3-1. It might be time to just leave Utah in the past, Larry Bird, and move on to something new, because this is not, it's just not working. Maybe we'll come back from 3-1 and make the second round for the first time in like 6 years. A 12-point game, and we actually win 36, 12, and 7 from Larry Bird. He's putting up 26 in the playoffs. Down 3-2 still, though. Hopefully this is his final season with Utah, because I can't take it anymore, man. I can't take him being in Utah anymore. And he's going to force a Game 7, 26, 9, and 11. Game 7 here. Is he going to come back from 3-1? That would be nice. Okay, 72-72. It might be a hop-in, guys. We haven't gotten a hop-in, I think, since, what, season number 2 or something like that? Yeah, this is a very close one. Nice. You know what I'm saying? Usually when players are around at this time in their career, we're getting hop-ins in the NBA Finals and hop-ins in, you know what I'm saying, the conference finals and whatnot. But we are getting hop-ins just to stay getting eliminated, stay out of getting eliminated in the first round. Is Larry Bird even in the game? I see Gordon Hayward. Larry Bird is not in the game. Where is Bird? He's got 21, 12, and 5 with 1 foul. So he should be in the game. Not sure why he's not. Also, why isn't Donovan Mitchell in the game? We got this Beasley guy driving inside, and he puts in the layup to tie up the game. Gerald Beasley. What a name. All right, Dennis Schroeder has it. It's Jokic out here as well. Jokic on the cut. Great steal from Willie Cauley-Stein. Hayward is off to the races and gets a slam dunk. All right, now check in Larry Bird so he can finish off the game. Dennis Scrotum. Alex Len sets a big body screen and rolls. That's a tough shot. Brilliant defense from Hayward. And a chance for the Jazz to take a 2-possession lead here would be huge. Hayward out to Beasley. Not to be mistaken with the late, great Michael Beasley. What the hell is Beasley doing? It's not working. Check in Larry Bird. Why isn't he on the scorer's table? At least. Like, damn. Here's Fields. Now it's Alex Len. Back out to Terry. Screen is set. Terry, 2 seconds, 1 second. Hoists it up and misses. Big rebound from Willie Cauley-Stein. And a chance for this Jazz team to ice the game. Hayward. That's not going to work. All right, Fields now with it. 2 second separation, shot clock and game clock. Just don't let them score. Don't make it hard. Here's Alex Len. Jokic has a mismatch. This is going to be a bucket. Double team comes. It's going to be a bucket. That's way too easy. I don't even know why Gordon Hayward is guarding Jokic or why that happened in the first place, but can't stop it. 107-107. Okay, so Larry Bird should be checking into the game now. Yep, he's there, and so is Donovan Mitchell to take this final shot, although I hope it's not Donovan Mitchell. Larry Bird on the cut. 6 seconds. Bird for the win. Bang! Larry Bird may have just won it for the Utah Jazz, and we may be going to the second round. I know, it's insane. We might actually be going to the second round. All right, as long as we stop them for 3 seconds. Oh, my God. Okay, good defense. That's perfect defense. That's not going in. And the Jazz come back from 3-1. You know what? We got to take the small wins before we accept the big ones. A big game for Bird, including the game winner. And he has made it past to the second round for the first time in how many seasons, I feel like? Literally, he's been playing for 7 years, so probably like 5 seasons. He's made it past the first round. All right, so the Golden State Warriors have Steph Curry and Kevin Love. It's a very good team. I do think we can compete. It shouldn't be as lopsided as 2K thinks it is. And we're down 3-1, so we're going to have to come back from 3-1. And 2K is literally looking at me like, yeah, you're not coming back from 3-1 again. Actually, well, we might be able to at least force a hop in here. 6-point game, 4-point game, 6-point game, 4-point game. All right, 4-point game. You know what? We can at least force a game 6, then go back home, force a game 7, and win in 7. Become the first team to not only come back from 3-1, but do it twice in a row. Who knows? Anything is possible. Once again, Gordon Hayward is not in the game, though. Or, sorry, Larry Bird is not in the game. This Beasley guy is running the show on offense. Taking it on George Hill. George Hill plays some good defense. That's just such an ugly possession. Literally the most ugly offensive possession I've ever seen. Curry down the other end. And screen is set. Back out to George Hill now. Kevin Love has Gordon Hayward on him. That's a mismatch. K. Love gets open, rises, and misses. Willie Cauley-Stein the rebound. Here comes the Jazz. They're down 4. Make a little comeback here. We need Larry Bird to check into the game, though. Somebody just go out of bounds, or Steph foul Beasley, please. Like, what is this guy doing? It's literally watching it's like watching a 4th grader play basketball. Curry all the way to, and then he just plays awful to, who is this Beasley guy? Real talk. He has 4 points, and he's 2 for 11. What is up with this guy? I mean, he's averaging 14 and a half in the playoffs. But what is he doing? 6'6", 244 pounds. He's 2 for 11, and he just keeps taking the stupidest shots. I'm simming to end, man. This is pissing me off. Wait, it just got really close. Do we have the ball? Okay, we don't, but we could get some missed free throws. You never know. Curry out to Monte Ellis. They foul Curry, of course. Please tell me Steph misses a couple free throws. It's not going to happen, but okay, he knocks down the first. Second free throw is up, and he knocks both of them down. So that's game. We're losing in 5. Larry Bird, again, kind of mid, 22 points. I feel like if Willie Cauley-Stein is having a great game, that's a problem. Not a problem, but he shouldn't be the leading scorer, if we're being real. And the Thunder are getting into the finals, and Anthony Davis has a great season. So MVP season for Larry Bird. Team still finishes the 6th seed. Team still get past second round. Even though I know Donovan Mitchell is going to go up in overall, Larry Bird or Gordon Hayward is just going to continue to drop. You're about to turn 30. I think it's time to take your talents elsewhere. Damn, Kobe Bryant players to retire in 2018-19. He had a way longer career than real life, but please tell me Gordon Hayward is done with it. Or Larry, why do I keep saying Gordon Hayward? Okay, he's done. He's done with this Jazz team, dude. I was getting so sick of playing for the Jazz. I really hope he's in the West, to be honest with you. Or, sorry, the East, because the East is way less stacked, it seems like. And he's on the Rockets. Okay, at least the Rockets, they're gonna have a good team, right? Don't tell me he's on, like, some trash team here. Lowry, Omri Caspi, Nerlens Noel. I mean, I guess it's not bad. It'll do for the time being. It'll do. How did the Rockets finish last year in the power rankings? Or where are they they're 5th in the power rankings, so I guess that's a good sign. They're 5th in this one, but then all the other ones, they're like 9th and 5th. Okay, so this isn't bad. They could be good. They could be good. Let's go. We are winning some games. Now, we're like in the same spot, I feel like, as last year. This is like the same exact spot as last year. At least tell me Larry Bird is putting up solid stats at least. He is averaging 22 points a game. Jeez. All right, so they're the 5th seed. Now they're the 4th seed. It's not a bad season here. Anthony Davis wins the MVP. Larry Bird misses the All-NBA teams, but does average 25 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 6 assists. They're the 4th seed in the Western Conference, and they've just got to beat this. They're not. This Phoenix Suns team is better than us, I'd say, honestly, on paper. And they're up 1-0. They're up 2-0. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, somehow it's 3-2. You know what? We came back from 3-1 last year. So we got to one-up it now this year and come back from 3-0. Oh, God. Just wasting my time, man. Larry Bird, you're wasting my time. Okay, well, the Suns take us down, but that was our first season together. You know what I'm saying? He has 3 years left on this Rockets team, which is annoying because it means that once he retires, he'll probably be close to or will be out of his prime. It's just kind of been a sad career. It's been kind of a sad career. You know what I'm saying? He was an MVP, but other than that, 3-time first team All-NBA, but in 8 seasons, we haven't really been able to even make the finals or even sniff the finals. We haven't gotten close to the NBA finals. All right, did they maybe add anybody to this Rockets team? That would be nice. No, it's the exact same team. I don't know. Of all teams, why would he join Kyle Lowry? Like, why? But, 2019, 2020, we're about to head into the 2020s with no sign of making it to an All-NBA team. And it doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime, or no sign of making it final. And it doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen. To be honest with you. This team's just not good enough. Let's see what Larry Bird's averaging at least. All right, he's putting out 28 a night. At least, you know what I'm saying? He's showing up. All right, he's the 3rd seed in the Western Conference. And they finished at the 4th seed. We couldn't have at least got the 3rd seed. We couldn't have got a top 3 seed. 2K, you didn't want to give us the top 3 seed. I'm going solely crazy when I'm recording this video. I'm literally going crazy. Where's Larry Bird, man? All-NBA 3rd team. 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Listen, he's one of the best players in the NBA every year. And he's also one of the best players of all time when it comes to winning an MVP. But, unfortunately, he just can't win. But who knows? One of these days, he'll get his championship. I'm sure of it. We sweep through the Lakers. I guess that really just shows how hard it is to win a championship in this modern era. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being serious, too. There's just so much comp. Jamal Murray, Jimmy, Laurie, and DeAndre Ayton. That's the number 1 seed. We can put up a fight against them. At least put up a fight. Man, at least just put up a fight. Like, why do we got to get swept? The Cavaliers I wish we got drafted to the Cavs, man. I wish we got drafted to the Cavs. So, I feel like it would have been a much different scenario here. But he has 1 more year left with the Rockets, so hopefully after that, he is done with them. Hopefully this is their last season or his last season in Houston. I don't want to see him back on this team. It's just been nothing but just pain and agony for pretty much this entire simulation. So let's continue into year 10. We're probably over halfway done with this video. So listen, I always say this every single video. If you made it this far, make sure to smash a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's free, and I literally am posting every single day for you guys. And look how long my videos are. If that isn't a reason for you to subscribe, I don't know what is. How the hell did Larry Bird win an MVP? They're the 10th seed. Are you serious? Dude, 2K is just spitting in my face at this point. I mean, I guess they made the play-in, but hey, we made it. We made it to the playoffs at least, right? Oh, no, we didn't. We lost to the Suns. Okay. It's time to leave this Rockets team, man. It's time to ring chase Larry Bird. This is your last shot, man, because he's 32 at this point. This is going to be most likely, I'm 99% positive, his last shot on this next contract to win a championship as the star player. So let's hope he leaves. All right, he's gone. Thank God, because Lowry already dropped to an 85 overall. Why, of all people, did you join Larry Bird? I mean, Kyle Lowry. Larry. Not really sure about that move. But let's see where he's at now. He is in Orlando. Making our way to the Eastern Conference, which honestly might be an easier conference if we're being real here. And it's him, DeJounte Murray, Otto Porter. You can't see my face, but I'm very disappointed right now. It is what it is. We got to stick with it. He is 32 years old now. Hopefully, I don't know, he does something with this team. I don't know what he would do, though. I mean, they're winning games. Maybe the Eastern Conference really is that much easier. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think he just started off the season decent. Although, no, things are actually looking pretty good, to be fair. Things are actually looking pretty good. The 2nd seed. Let's hope this just continues. All right, so this is the beginning of Larry Bird's prime, I guess. He does win his 3rd MVP of his career. And not only that, but the team is the number 1 seed. So I guess the Eastern Conference really is just that weak. I mean, I'll look around the league. Like, yeah, I mean, this team is pretty good. This team is decent. It's mid, to be honest. This team is also mid. So, yeah, I guess I was right that the Eastern Conference is just weak. And Larry Bird is the best player in this conference by a mile. And we're up 3-2 in the first round, and we are in a Game 7 in the first round. Fantastic to see, man. We're the #1 seed finally in this video for the first time, and we are having trouble. Just awesome. All right, let's just make it out of the first round before we start, you know what I'm saying, jumping our horse. Is that the saying, jumping our high horse? Is what I don't know what I'm saying, but can we just make it out of the first round? There we go. We're up 8 now. We're up 11 or 10. We're up 8. And we're up 10, and we close it out. There it is, 31, 9, and 8 from Larry Bird. And onwards we go to the Washington Wizards, John Wall and Jimmy Butler. Now, that's a pretty good duo, but like I said, that's a pretty good duo. I don't know what else to say. It's 2-2. Come on, let's take a 3-2 lead. Take a 3-2 lead, get back to the NBA final, get back to the conference finals, and then get to our first NBA final. We're up 21 points, and there it is. Larry Bird is a man on a mission, putting up 29, 10, and 6 in the NBA playoffs. Here we go. Finish off the series and get back to the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. Up 15, up 16, and we're back. 20-point win, 31, 8, and 7. For the first time, I think since like his third season, and right now I think we're in like season 11 or 12. Yeah, this is season 11. We've made it to the conference finals. It's been a long time, and we can beat this team. I have no doubt in my mind we can beat this team. I didn't even realize we have Evan Mobley, too. We're up 1-0. It's 1-1. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. And Larry Bird has finally made it to the NBA Finals. And look who we have to play. The team that stopped us from making our first NBA Final, we have to beat them to win our first championship. Please don't go down 1-0, okay? Okay. Up 2-1. We're up 3-1. This is it, baby. This is it. Finally, the time has come. We're not about to waste our prime in Orlando. All Larry Bird had to do was move to the Eastern Conference. He could have done that years ago. And we're up 20. We're up 17. And ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long road in this video, but Larry Bird is finally an NBA champion and Finals MVP, solidifying himself in the NBA's greatest, with the NBA's greatest. And this team is pretty good, to be honest. Evan Mobley is going to be getting much better. That was just his rookie season. And we have 3 more years left with this team. Well, I guess 2 more years, actually, after that contract just expired. So 2 more years left with this team. All right. Chris Paul plans to retire. Remember when he was on our team back in the day? Those were some good times, man. So Larry Bird is going to turn 34 after this season. Evan Mobley goes to an 88. I don't see why we can't continue to contend for championships. I am not satisfied with just one. I want multiple. Here we go. 25, 10, and 6 as Larry Bird wins another MVP. His prime has now begun at 33 years old, which is fantastic to see. So we're the #1 seed once again, up 1-0 against the Wizards, up 2-0 against the Wizards, up 2-1 now. It's 2-2. Somehow we're down 3-2 in the first round, man. I don't know how this happened. And at least we're going to force a Game 7. We're not going out sad here, man. 27 points he's averaging in the playoffs, looking to win his second title back-to-back in 2023. And, okay, 3-point game. It's a tie game now. 3-point game, 7-point game, 4-point game, 10-point game, 12-point game, 12-point game, and we are heading at least to round 2. We live to see another day. How is Mobley playing right now? Only 9 points a game. I would expect a little bit more from you. Maybe he's playing elite defense, not sure, but I would expect more than 9 points a game. And look at that, we're heading to the conference finals. Once again, playing this Pistons team that honestly got pretty much, they're the same level as they were last year. We're up 1-0. It's 1-1 now. We're up 2-1. It's 2-2. Wait, I didn't. Okay, well, yeah, we'll simcast this. Yeah, why not? All right, minute and 45 seconds, 2-point game. This is a big game right here. All right, Evan Mobley at the line, but he's averaging literally 10 points a game. I don't know why, and he's missing free throws in the clutch. Great to see. Second one is up, and it's good. All right, so this team has Donovan Mitchell. I can't really name anybody else on this team. I guess I'll have to see when they get the ball. But I know they have Donovan Mitchell. I think that's Andre Robertson right there. There he is. Who's that? Precious Achua. All right, interesting. And it's stolen by Larry Bird. What a steal. Look at the defense from him. all the way to the basket. Larry Bird has never looked so goddamn fast. Donovan Mitchell drives inside. Great defense from DeJounte Murray. Back out to Andre Robertson now. Has a three. Screen is set. 4 seconds all the way. Mitchell to the basket. Remember, this was actually Larry Bird's old teammate back in the day, if anybody remembers that, about probably 15, 20 minutes before this. Man, I'm recording this early this morning. Misses. Here's Donovan Mitchell. I don't know if you guys can tell. I got to get used to recording in the morning when my brain isn't 100% on point. But Wendell Carter sets a screen. Mitchell trying to get past DeJounte Murray. It's not really working. Kick out to Achua now. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Back out to Mitchell. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Mitchell pulls the midi and misses. Here comes Larry Bird in the Orlando Magic now. Bird crossover. Tough shot. Puts it in. And Orlando now has a 1-point lead. 17 seconds here. Donovan Mitchell with it. 14 seconds. One stop. And Orlando's taking a big 3-2 lead in the conference finals. Screen is set. Mitchell for the win. Oof, that one hurts. That one hurts really bad. That one stings. Wow, I did not expect that at all, too. I really thought that we were just about to win that and go off into the sunset, but it's going to be a choke here. 0.2 seconds. They literally can't score, so there you go. Detroit takes the 3-2 lead. I was so positive that was it. We got the stop, and that was it, but Larry Bird, 23, 10, and 7, losing at the buzzer, or basically at the buzzer, to Donovan Mitchell. And now we're down 3-2 to the Pistons. So we can at least force a Game 7 here. And then we can just put that Game 6 in the past. Okay, Orlando's up 16. They're up 13. They're up 14. And they close things out 24, 8, and 6 from Larry Bird. We got a Game 7 at home. Let's just finish things off here. And Detroit's up 7. They're up 10. They're up 9. And honestly, they deserve to win this series, as Orlando gets kicked out of the conference finals, 13, 7, and 6. Kind of a rough Game 7, minus 14 on plus minus. Just a rough Game 7 in general. And you know what? They deserve to win the championship. There you go. All right, so we're officially in the modern-day NBA. LeBron James is retiring already. Damn. Let's go ahead and see how Larry is looking. Still on the Orlando Magic, I assume. At least he found his home here in Orlando, I'll be honest with you. 34 years old, going to turn 35 this season. Has that championship, has 4 MVPs, has had a great career, and also DeJounte goes up to an 87. They picked up Devin Booker. Not sure where he came from, but we'll take it. And they still have Murray and Mobley's a 92 overall, even though he's only averaging 10 points a game. Hopefully that goes up this season. Let's see. This team is great on paper. We can definitely continue to contend. All right, so this is a great season. We're the first seed, 47-14 record, looking great as we head into the 2023-2024 NBA playoffs. Looking to win that second championship. I think we're going to get to 60 wins here. Yep, we're 60-15. This is by far Larry Bird's best regular season. Let's see. He might win the MVP, but also his stats might drop. We'll see. He does. His stats drop, but because his team is the number 1 seed, he wins his 5th MVP. And here we go. Our chance to make another run at this NBA championship. And we're up 3-1. And we, gentlemen, sweep the Chicago Bulls. Up 1-0 against the Wizards, up 2-0 against the Wizards, up 2-1 now. It's 2-2. We're up 3-2, and we take care of business. We got to replay this Pistons team, but we did get better with the addition of Devin Booker. We're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. We're up 2-1 now. We're down up 2-3-2. Let's just finish this team off. Let's not make it too difficult for ourselves. And, of course, the Pistons just don't want to go down without a fight. Please tell me we don't lose in 7 again to them. That would be annoying. Okay, it's a 7-point game. Now they're up 12. Wow, whoa, it just got really close. I didn't even realize that. We were down 10 for a minute, and then I sped up the simulation because I thought we were done. And it's a tie game with 30 seconds left. Do we have the ball? Okay, once again, we're in a very close battle with them. Larry Bird has 28, 9, and 5, and 4 fouls. I don't know why he's not in the game, especially for a moment like this. There should be no reason why he's not in the game. But here's DeJounte Murray. I don't even see Evan Mobley or Devin Booker also not in the game, so that's annoying. Lynch all the way to the basket. Gets an easy layup. One stop. And Magic is heading to the NBA Finals. You've heard me say that before. Mitchell with it. 20 seconds. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm getting flashbacks right now. I'm quite literally getting flashbacks. Mitchell, screen is set. Mitchell, out to Wendell Carter. Now it's Robertson. Mitchell, this time going to the left. Last year he went to the right and ties the game. He continues to terrorize us. Murray, why is he dribbling so slow? Why was he dribbling so goddamn slow? We're going overtime. All right, we're up 3. Double overtime? Seriously? There we go. You know what? I just had to finish the game off in Simcast at that point. 41-13-7. Larry Bird is back in the NBA Finals, ladies and gentlemen. And we are playing Steph Curry and the Kings. They are not that good. We can beat them. They're the number 1 seed, but they're not that good. We're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. We're up 2-1. It's 3-1. And we have done it. Larry Bird is now a 2-time NBA championship. All his championships came way later in his career. As a matter of fact, the success in his career came way later. But we still have 2 of them, and he is truly an all-time great. All right, so this is Larry Bird's last year technically on his contract with the Magic. We'll see if he ends up re-signing here. Obviously, he's had his best years with this team, so it would make no sense for me if he does leave, but I guess you really never know when it comes to the sim. All right, moment of truth. We're in 2024-25. Let's see if Larry Bird is staying with Orlando or if he's finding somewhere else. And he is staying. Look at that. He turned 35, and he has a brand new look. All right, so, and Evan Mobley went up to a 95. DeJounte is still an 86, and Devin Booker still an 86. Let's see if they can continue to contend for an NBA championship, possibly winning him his 3rd. All right, so Zion Williamson takes home the MVP in 2025. It looks like Larry Bird had dropped significantly. Still an All-NBA 3rd-team member, averaging 22 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. Although the Orlando Magic are the number 1 seed. So let's see if they can continue to make a run here. Up 2-1 in the first round. It's 2-2 now. Up 3-2. And they make it past round 1 where we got the Toronto Raptors, LaMelo, Jaden Ivey. It's not a bad team, but I do think that this Magic team is much better. We're down 1-0. It's 1-1. We're down 2-1. It's 2-2 here. And we're up 3-2. Let's see if we can get back to the conference finals. A minute and 44 seconds. 3-point game. Orlando does not want a Game 7. TJ Warren inbounding it into Chris Middleton. I didn't even know they had him. Larry Bird wants it in the post. Gets it with Julius Randle on him. Interesting skyhook is good. I have no idea how Larry Bird made that shot. That was insane. He really took his inner Kareem for that one. Here's Jaden Ivey. Rudy Gobert, I believe, is coming to set a screen. Never mind. Jaden Ivey, pull up mid-range is good off the backboard. Bird wants it, and he gets it. Randall, again, he's just feasting in the post. The same shot as before. Yo, what is going on? How does Larry Bird keep making that shot? Is he going to just do that over and over again? I don't even know what I'm watching right now. De'Aaron Fox on the back. Wagner comes off a screen. Back out to De'Aaron Fox now. Fox to Julius Randle. 7 seconds in the 4th quarter. Out to Wagner. Wagner puts in the easy layup. I would be so shocked if they run a post-up play for Larry Bird and he does the same thing for a 3rd time in a row. No way he does the same thing, right? Okay, this time he goes for the post. Fade away. Yo, Larry Bird can't miss. 34 points. You would think he'd have 50 because he literally can't miss right now. They just can't get a stop, though. He driving inside. Trying to get a bucket. Kick out to Julius Randle. Back to Jaden Ivey. Crossover. Franz Wagner's open. They get it to him. His 3-pointer. Bang. 4-point lead with 20 seconds left, and he ices the game. And those crazy buckets and that little mini run that Larry Bird went on will be for nothing. Game 7. Attempting to win his 3rd NBA championship and get back to the conference finals. Up 10 now, up 20, and the Orlando Magic are heading back to the conference finals. This year, playing the Hornets. Anthony Davis, Brandon Miller, Josh Giddey. Not a bad team, but I think Orlando clears them. And, yeah, they prove it by sweeping through the NBA Conference Finals. We got Trae Young, Jalen Green, Kevin Love, Keegan Murray. No more Steph. They replaced Steph with Trae Young. Warriors have a 1-0 lead. They're up 2-0. They're up 3-0. Okay, up 3-1. Can we come back from? No, it's not happening. Trae Young takes home the Finals MVP. And that is Larry Bird's first time getting to the finals and losing. He's now 36 years old, has one more year left with the Magic. We'll see if that'll be his last year. I mean, we'll check if he retires. Yeah, he's not going to retire quite yet, but we'll see if possibly this is going to be his final season on the Orlando Magic. Or not on the Orlando Magic, but just in general. Kevin Durant plans to retire. I feel like that means we might be nearing the end, but obviously Kevin Durant was drafted 4 years later or earlier than Larry Bird, and Larry Bird was also older when he was drafted. So he's going to turn 37 this year. We'll see if this is his final season. It's going to be season 15. Let's go ahead and see. All right, so once again, the Orlando Magic are finishing as the first seed, and I believe Larry Bird is still putting up great numbers, 24 points, 8 rebounds, and I feel like that means that we're not going to see him retire for sure after this season, and I guess that'll mean will we see him return back to the Magic, and honestly, I couldn't tell you. Zion Williamson is the MVP. Larry Bird does make an All-NBA second team, actually getting better from last year, which is insane. He's getting better with age. Playing the Celtics, up 1-0. Up 2-0, up 3-0, and okay, not quite yet. Gentleman's sweep, and there it is. Now we got the Chicago Bulls. We have not played this team yet. Kyrie, Zion, should be easy, to be honest with you. 1-0 to the Magic, 2-0 for the Magic, 3-0 for the Magic, and Larry Bird is looking great. Now, this Raptors team did take us to 7. We'll see if they do it again. They're up 1-0. They're up 2-0. They're up 2-1 now. It's 2-2. Who's taking a 3-2 lead? It's Toronto. Let's see if they finish us off this time. Remember, they forced a Game 7 until Orlando was able to win. And they're up 8. They're up 11. They're up 12. And the Orlando Magic are losing in the second round. And I don't even know where Larry Bird is here. Where is he? Jeez. 4 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 for 14 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3. If that was the last and final game that Larry Bird ever played, that's a rough way to go out. Yeah, I was going to say, don't retire after that game. That's a rough game. All right, one more season here. He's 37. I mean, we don't know if it's one more season. It could be one more season. But let's just, first of all, see if he ends up re-signing now with the Orlando Magic or if he's going to try to ring chase elsewhere. I feel like this team is good enough to still win a ring. I mean, they finished with the number 1 seed, got to the conference finals, but who knows? Maybe he'll decide to join somewhere else. So maybe he'll go back to where it all started in Utah. I'd be surprised because that was basketball hell when he was there. Blake plans to retire. He was drafted in 2010. So, yeah, we're nearing the end here for sure. Let's see if he's still in the Magic now in 26-27. And he is 1 year, $50 million deal. Listen, if he keeps getting paid $50 million, we might see him here for a while. And they're still winning a ton of games. Look how many points they're scoring. Also, Larry Bird is still a 99 overall, and now he's averaging 27 points a game. I have no idea what's going on right now. It's like he's playing better as he gets older. First seed, late in April, Zion Williamson wins an MVP. Anything else? Larry Bird, All-NBA third team. 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And yes, once again, the Orlando Magic are the number 1 seed. Now, we lost to the Raptors last year. Somehow they dropped all the way to the 8th seed. Not sure how that happened, but we took them out this year. Is that a sign that we're about to be NBA champions? Okay, we're down 3-1. We're down 3-1. Who's on the Brooklyn Nets? Ben Simmons, A. Wiggins, Cat. It's a pretty good team. Are they going to beat us? Okay, 3-2. Game 7. Come back from 3-1 for a second time in his career would be kind of cool. But the Nets are up 20 points. Unless we make a huge run, which we did just make a huge run. Now we're up 11. We're up 10. We're up 11. We're up 13. We're up 14. And the Orlando Magic, 19-7-6. Evan Mobley, what does he even average? 12 and 10? I mean, he had 13 and 20 in this game, so that's big. But they're back in the conference finals now. Cam Thomas, Cade is a 98 overall. Geez, Miles Turner's an 89. We're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. We're up 3-0. I don't know how this Magic team is this good, man. I guess they're just, it's pretty insane. We got the Rockets in the finals, and this is for Larry Bird's 3rd championship. And he's still quite the, you know what I'm saying? He's still the best player on this team. And where he's up 3-2. Let's see. Is this the moment where Larry Bird wins his 3rd championship and then possibly retires into the sunset? A minute and 42 seconds. Here we go. Larry has truly found his new home in Orlando, although I don't see him in the game right now. What is he up to? He has 26, 3, and 8, and 1 foul. So no reason for him to not be in the game. This could be his final game. If your final game is winning a championship, that's aura. Jabari Smith Jr. gets a dunk. And the Rockets now have a 1-point lead here. DeJounte Murray. Crossover. Drives inside. Pump fakes. Puts it up and misses. Big rebound from Okiki. Now it's Robinson Earl. Whoever this guy is. There's a good amount of creative players already in this league. Great pass as Jabari Smith puts in the layup. Can we please bring in Larry Bird now? They don't even have Evan Mobley in the game. Like, this is ridiculous. DeJounte takes it in. Just, okay. I'm surprised that went in, to be honest with you. Maliki Branham, 1-point game. Jabari Smith on the cut. Branham. Here we go. Tyus Jones. That's a nice point guard to have. Like, this Orlando Magic team really is just hella deep. Okiki, 4 seconds on the shot clock. What a steal. They can't get it back. He gets open and misses. Big rebound from Gregory Heffley. Here comes the Orlando Magic. All right. The only player here that I feel like can get a good go-ahead bucket is Devin Booker, so maybe give him the ball. Tyus Jones. Interesting shot that goes in. One stop in the Orlando Magic are NBA champions, and Jabari Smith gets a super easy layup. 17 seconds. Give the ball to Larry Bird. I don't think I want DeJounte Murray taking this last shot, to be honest with you. It has to be Larry Bird. It's not going to be Larry Bird. It's going to be DeJounte. Oh, God. He's not going to get a good shot off. Okay, Devin Booker for the win. Bang! Devin Booker. That is going to be most likely, possibly, I actually don't know yet, Larry Bird's final game in the NBA, which is a Game 6 win. And my game just froze for some reason. All right, there it is. Wow. What an end to Larry Bird's career, where at least it might be the end of Larry Bird's career. Look at him. He looks all old. He looks like a beast, stung him a billion times. He doesn't look like Larry Bird in this, but he has done it. 26, 3-8, and a championship in what might be his final game. If it is, it should be, honestly, his final game as he wins on his third Finals MVP. We started off the career so bad, and there it is, 16 years as a pro at 38, a perfect way to go out, where he had an interesting career, to say the least. It started off kind of mid. We weren't able to do anything with Utah except, I think, one conference final appearance, which I think was here. We weren't able to do anything, and then we went to Houston for 3 years, still couldn't really do anything. Then we went to Orlando, and everything changed. As you can see, our first championship came in 2022, which was, I think, our first year with Orlando, or maybe our second year with Orlando. We were able to win 3 championships and 5 MVPs. Actually, a very similar career to the one that Larry Bird had. Larry Bird had 3 NBA championships and 3 NBA MVPs, so we actually had a better career in the modern NBA than we did in his actual career. So, yeah, that's the end of the video here. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to smash a like and subscribe. Like I said, I'm daily uploading. So when you subscribe, you are subscribing for daily uploads. Doesn't get much better than that. So yeah, my name is Ethan. You guys are the best viewers on earth, and I'm out. Peace.